Before my stroke, I went to Down the Market High School. I had a good group of friends. I was part of the Army Cadets. I was just about to do I'd just finished my GCSEs.
Before I had my stroke, I was a dentist, a general practitioner. I was married, and 4 children, had a nice lifestyle. I enjoyed walking, cycling, travelling.
My name is Robert Wilson, and in 2008 I suffered a stroke. For the next minute or so I'm going to relate to you the emotional impacts that happened to me during the stroke and its aftermath.
Well, I used to have lots of animals. Horses, dogs, cats. And when I was working, I used to do dog grooming.
Now, in the first instance, I had the stroke here at home. I was on my own, and I'd already had a TIA a couple of days beforehand, so I had a fair idea what was happening. Was now pretty serious. Therefore, the first emotional impact has to be fear. And quite literally, I remember at the time waiting for an ambulance and asking myself, was I going to die?
I was 16 when I had my stroke. I just finished my last GCSE the day before. It was a bit of a surprise because I didn't think young people could have strokes, so...
Biggest fears? I don't know, really, having another stroke, I suppose. But worries? Just worried that Bryn and Sam won't be able to look after me anymore.
From fear of dying, and that goes behind, but now we're into anxiety and disbelief in the early stages of recovery. Why can't I see properly? Why won't this arm work? Why won't this leg support me and let me walk? Anxiety, disbelief. I just could not believe what had happened to a 55-year-old who was, in relative terms, a fairly fit man.
The most frustrating thing for me was probably not getting words out in class. You know, when people are just like answering questions like that, and then and it takes me a little while to get them out. But, you know, I think that's the most frustrating thing for me.
People in the hospital would come up and smile and say everything was going to be alright and we're going to take you for this treatment or this intervention. But I never felt any part of the process of planning or having an awareness of what was going to happen that day or that week in the hospital. And this itself exacerbated the sense of frustration.
The emotional impact, psychological impact of stroke, I think is very undervalued. It certainly is as great, if not greater, than the physical. And if you go into a stroke ward, you see loads of people in there all distraught really because your world has ended. Well, not overnight, even just in a few seconds, your world has ended. A new one exists, one where you don't really know what's happened to you, you don't know what the future is.
Also, in terms of an impact, there was the loss of confidence. The loss of confidence in a couple of ways, not only because I couldn't see terribly well and had difficulty getting about, but also I was conscious that everybody knows that a stroke causes brain damage.
Stroke has really had an impact on my physical and emotional needs, or not needs, wants and that sort of thing. Because I had such a bad stroke, my leg and my speech were gone basically, got it all back, and that has put some emotional stress on me. Mum was always at work, and because she'd, she took her time, took a year off to look after me. I didn't really know her before the stroke, but I did know her, but I got to understand, and also we had arguments and that sort of thing, and I think that is and also I've had arguments with loads of people, but I'm not sure if it's just because I'm a teenager or if it was because I had a stroke.
For me, when I had my stroke, I lost everything. I lost my health, I lost my wealth, I lost my job, I lost my home, I lost my wife. And I thought I would have lost my children, but my children have come back.
Friends, of course, everyone sort of moved on, basically. I was pretty much not left out, but they just got on with their lives, basically, and I had to sit out for a year before I started mine. I did attend not just I used to go to a stroke group, and I think that built up my confidence, to go back to college and that sort of thing,